This is the second time I've tried to record this video. Um, Many people have been reaching out about the Sonia Massey killing. Sonia Massey killing. Some of you have posted the video and some of you sent the video. And I thought I was ready to handle what I was going to see. And I was incorrect. So the first video I did talking about this matter was so unhinged and full of rage, which was not helpful. So I went and I worked out and tried to get some of the pain that I was feeling out. Because all I can say is, do you believe us now? It shouldn't have even had to get to this point, but do you believe us now? We have always been telling you that the relationship with the police between Black people and white people is very different. And I have said for years now, I do not feel safe when I see the police, and this is why. This woman literally asked for her Bible. As soon as those men got into her house, she was already afraid. And she simply said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, you can't tell me spiritual warfare isn't real, because the devil came out of him. Because how else can you explain someone shooting a person square in the face who had their hands up with like pot holders in her hands? The water, the pot was not in her hands. Pot holders. And he shot her in the face. And he told his partner to not get the first aid kit. It's this lack of humanity that just destroys me. And Black women should be celebrating right now. We have to hold the joy. See, my makeup's all messed up now. We have to hold the joy of Vice President Kamala Harris being the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee. And we have that joy, and we also have this intense grief. I don't know what more you want from us. We have followed the rules. Even when we follow the rules, we could still get shot in the face. And I don't understand why that's a thing. I don't understand why these cops keep getting away with this. Thank goodness the other officer had his body cam on. Thank goodness. Because you already heard old boy making up stories about what happened, saying she charged at him, which she didn't. And I don't think anybody else understands that we have this historic accomplishment happening. And we have this horrible, horrible death, this murder that happened. And people are coming after both of those women with so much hate. We're seeing racism, we're seeing sexism, we're seeing misogynoir against both women. I don't have anything to offer. I don't have any words of comfort or words of wisdom or ways that we can look at this. I don't. I'm empty. I'm done. I just don't. Thank God I saw one police officer, a Black police officer, posted a video about this horrific murder. And that made me feel good because it's the first time I've seen a police officer actually call out a colleague. It shouldn't have to be like this. And the only way we can fight this is if we vote. Because if you think that Trump is going to do anything but give the police more power, which he has said he's going to do, then you're not living in reality. Vice President Harris, and while we're here, Kamala, not Kamala, Zakiya, not Zakiya. Let's put some respect on her name. Vice President Kamala Harris. See, now I lost my train of thought. That name thing always irritates me. Like, she said it so many times. Like, I'm glad we're hyped up about her, but learn how to pronounce her name. She's the Attorney General, the former Attorney General for California. And he's literally a convicted criminal. If you go to a church that does not acknowledge the murder of Sonia Massey, you need to find a new church. If they don't, at the very least, send out an email, if they don't have a special prayer meeting, if they don't talk about it this Sunday, you need to find another church. And if they don't acknowledge that it was simply caused by her race, you need to find another church. I remember wanting my old pastor in Brooklyn to say something about Eric Garner beyond, can't we all just get along? I wanted to hold the police accountable. I wanted to hear somebody from the pulpit hold the police accountable. Didn't hear that in evangelical churches. Heard it in black churches. Okay. The only thing we can do to fight this is vote. That is the only thing we can do to fight this. Simply following the laws won't work. Doing what the police tell you to won't work. So we have to vote. We have to vote in every single election. We need to vote in our local elections. Our local elections are where you choose the sheriff. We need to vote in our congressional and Senate races, not just the presidential races, because if the president-elect does not have enough members of their party in Congress and the Senate, they won't be able to get anything done. Vice President Harris tried to get legislation passed that would hold police accountable, and the Republicans stopped it from passing. So I'm letting this horrible tragedy motivate me. I'm letting this, yet again, another horrible tragedy, motivate me to work in whatever way possible that I can to get Vice President Kamala Harris elected as president. I can't imagine the weight on her knowing that this killing was racially motivated at a time where she should be over the moon. Again, we have to hold multiple ideas at the same time. That's how it is when you're a Black woman. So I have exercised out a lot of my rage, and I'm going to take a bath and chill and hope that my mind will forget those awful images. I offer nothing but comfort for Sonia Massey's family, her kids, her friends and loved ones. Black lives matter.